If you've made it this far into the video, first of all, congratulations. You're going to learn the easy way to set up your phone. We're just going to grab the second phone. Again, we're using another iPhone 7. Nothing fancy, but it runs iOS 13, so we're going to use it. So now that you have set up your other iPhone, so we're just going to turn on this phone, let it boot up, and then we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to teach you how to set up your phone with the quick start feature. Really handy feature if you have another phone around. So again, you can see it popped up right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead, select my language, English, country, I'm from Canada, quick start. Once you hit here, you should see this pop up. So you're just gonna hit continue on here. It'll say connecting, then it'll say hold your iPhone up to the camera. So you're going to put it right over that blue circle, really snappy. It'll recognize that special code to set up the phone, and it'll set everything, or basically everything up. So it's say finishing on new iPhone. You can see the loading icon and thing. Just don't touch anything. Don't hit the back button if it's taking too long. It's setting up an entire iPhone. All the settings that you just set up on this one. So the only thing is that it'll set up this phone exactly how you set up this phone. So if you don't want your iPhone to be set up like this one, you can do manual, or you can do this and then go in and change all the settings or change the background or anything. Everything you want to change, you can do it that way. So that's the only thing that I would say don't use this for. But apart from that, it's really simple, as you've seen. Hey, there we go. Okay, so now it'll ask you to enter the passcode for the iPhone that you're using to set it up. Type in the passcode, it'll bring you to this stage where it says setting up your iPhone. It may take a few minutes to activate iPhone. You can see it's now connected to the internet, and I haven't touched any settings in here. So it's working. That's good. Bring it in here. It'll ask you, do you want to set up Touch ID? I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to hit setup, hit continue. So then you place whatever finger, whether it's your thumb or your finger. I'm just going to leave this on the table, so I'm going to use my pointer. Don't press the home button. You just want to rest it on the home button. There we go. It'll ask you to adjust your grip. So this is when you would get like the top of your finger, sides of your finger, kind of lower down, basically wherever your finger might touch on the home button. You want to get that all registered. So if you hit here, continue, transfer data from iPhone, yes, continue. Setting up your Apple ID, just let it load, don't have to touch anything, and whatever you do, do not hit that X. Don't do it. If you hit that X, it'll ruin this entire process. You'll have to start all over again. It doesn't wreck the phone. It's just a pain to do it all over again. But this process is a lot of just kind of waiting, but it is so much easier than tapping the screen and going through all of the different settings it wants you to set up. So that's your bonus for getting this far into the video, is you now get to know how to set up your phone the lazy way, which is always the best way. It's not always the best way, don't listen to me. But it is the best way when it comes to setting up your iPads or your phones. The faster your internet, the faster it'll go, because it is hooking this phone up to this phone over the internet. Let's all just sit here and listen to the banging while we wait for this to set up. Okay. Now I gotta remember what the password is. Sign in. So yeah, it'll ask you just to verify that it is your iCloud that you're using for this phone. So it will ask you, don't worry, You just have to type in your password again, or the password to the iCloud on this phone. And if you aren't sure which one is on there, it'll actually tell you. It'll tell you the email linked to the iCloud, so you know, oh, is it my parents' iCloud, or is it mine? It's my dad's, whatever. Again, terms and conditions, you can read through them. If you don't agree with them, I mean, you can't use your phone, so yes, agree. If you want to read them later, you can hit send by email, and you can read them after you set up your phone. So yes, agree. Yes, enable location services. No, set that up later. Yes, no, no. No. And now they're bringing it to here. Since there's like literally nothing on this phone, it's going to be really fast. But this is a really, really nice, quick way to just transfer all your data over to your new phone. Because then you don't have to go through and download all the new apps and go into the App Store, type them in, download them. It's a lot quicker. So it's a really nice. If you see that, don't worry. That's totally normal. Your phone isn't being hacked. That is supposed to happen. It's just doing its stuff. Real quick, I'm just going to go into settings, check for a software update, because these have been sitting in a box for who knows how long. And there is 13.5.1. I'm going to hit download and install. This is something that you should always do after getting your phone, whether you buy it used or buy it new, is you check if you have any new software updates. Is because you don't know how the prior owners treated the phone. You don't know if they kept it up to date or not. So you always want to check. And if it's from Apple, don't expect the most current version of the software to be on the phone. They ship it with, I forget what software they use for their iPhones right now, but they don't ship it with the most recent version. So that's something to keep in mind, is that always go in, check if there's updates, and download them and install them. Because this hasn't been updated in forever, it's going to take 12 minutes. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Updating it is really simple. You hit download and install. It'll download it, and then it'll ask you to type in your password. Type in your password. It'll continue on its process, and then once it's fully downloaded, it'll ask you to restart it. Actually, it'll have a little down here where you hit the button download and install. It'll have another blue button saying install. You can hit that and it'll install it right away, or maybe you just want to download it and install it later tonight when you go to bed. You can do that. Pretty straightforward. I'll just kind of speed up the clip until they both get to that point, and we'll continue from there. So, yeah. One random thing that I'm noticing is that if you play back the video, you'll notice I started this update before this one, and this one is 2 minutes faster. Kind of random. I don't know why. But, iPhone is weird that way. And we still use them anyway. We're a weird ecosystem. Weird ecosystem. In the meantime, could play some brick. If it turns on. Hey, it turns on. I haven't charged this in like a long time. But yes, for those of you who's wondering what is that, I've never seen this little space nugget looking hunk of metal. This is actually an iPod mini. Oh, the battery's about to die. This is an iPod mini. This is the 2nd generation, and yes, screen has been cracked. But yeah, real cool devices. I love them. I actually have if you look, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but behind on the desk back here, I actually have a 1st generation iPod mini. It doesn't work. There's a few parts I need to rebuild it. I need a battery, the top piece, and the bottom piece. This is actually a piece of cardboard that I cut out because I didn't feel super great about it just being an open hole, because I kept jamming the charger in these random spots. But it has games on it, so while we wait for these to download the updates, it's pretty some brick. Really bad at this game. Oh, 54. Okay, let's check on the iPhones. 3 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh, this one says preparing update, so that's good. This one still says 8 seconds. Or, well, not still, but it does say 8 seconds. 4 seconds. 0 seconds. Lift off. Oh, prepare update. Yes, it may take some time, but, you know, that gives us time to play. Blew up my bunker. How are the iPhones doing? Oh, it's still loading. Let's play more brick. Okay, guys, let's see if we can beat 54. I feel like you get more balls every time you pass a level, so you have to pay attention. I'm trying to keep this level so that you guys can see, but at the same time, it's really hard for me to see. 10 minutes. Probably not 10. Oh, okay. Well, I'm dead. Well, that's that. There's really not much more to do on this iPod. I don't have anything on here that's interesting, so put that to the side. And we'll do more waiting. Yeah. Install now. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. So it won't install it right then, right there. But you can hit install now, which we are going to do. But you can hit install it at any point. This camera has cut out, but you're working. So I'm going to show you. I'm not sure if you can see that, but, you know, if you can see this, it shows the little bar that'll show your progress. Both phones show that, so we're just going to kind of leave that. It'll do its recording. We're all good. It's a bummer that this camera cut out. I think we ran out of storage.